So, once again, I have not played Genshin in about 6 years, but I've come back for Fontaine, to be honest. So, we're going to be talking about the 4.3 patch today, because it got announced, and I thought that'd be a good time to come back. So, yeah, we're talking about the banners in that, because a lot of the characters I already know, so, you know, I thought that'd be quite a fun video to do. So we're going to talk about which characters are worth pulling on the 4.3 banners. Now, I understand that we're in, like, 4 point something now, so everyone has, like, random, you know, assortment of characters. So I'm going to try and explain it in ways to accommodate everyone's, like, different account positions. So, if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to support me, feel free to sub. We're on negative 2,000 subs for the year, so, yeah, if you want to support me, to get the number back up, please make sure to like and subscribe. But let's get into it really quickly, because there's quite a lot of content to cover. So, in the first half of the 4.3 update, we have Navia and Ayaka. And in the second half, we have Yoimiya and the Raiden Shogun. Now, the thing is I'm using Noelle to as a placeholder for Navia, because we don't have Navia yet. So, to explain how she works off of having crystallized damage be turned into her damage. So, for example, let's say I create a crystallized reaction with Noelle. We pick up a shard. If Navia picks up the shard for crystallized, she can hold up to 4 stacks at a time, and the more stacks of crystallized that she picks up, the more damage that she does. So, ideally for her, it's good to have a couple other elements on the team. Mono Geo, I don't think is going to work at all for this. To be fair, it could. If you're, like, using your Geo abilities on other, like, elemental enemies, which is quite a lot of that in Genshin, so, I mean, I guess, like, if you're using it on, like, a slime or something, I mean, it'd be okay. But I think, as well, because one of her Ascension talents is that she gains a damage bonus based on if there's other elements in the team. I think the wise way to build a Navia team, from just my guess, is that you're going to want to run maybe a Geo support and then 2 other elements. So I think, ideally, if you have like a, where's my little puppy boy at? Well, if you have like a Goro on the team, for his like Geo damage bonus, and then maybe a couple other elements, I feel like that would be a decent team for her. I'm going to pull her because, to be honest, the God Umbrella is very, very cool. Not quite sure, like what artifacts are, because there's a lot that's come out since I last played the game, so I feel like there's got to be like a Geo artifact set, to be honest. Seems like she scales off of attack, though. In fact, I'm actually going to VAR check it. She does, in fact, build off of attack. Do not worry. So, you can maybe run like a fucking, like a Shimanawa's, or a part of a Archaic Petra. You could even run a 4-piece Archaic Petra, to be fair. That's not even a bad artifact set for her. You could play 4-piece Archaic. Or you can do like, part Gladiators, or there's like other new sets that came out which give you attack. I'm trying to see if I got one of these. Don't think I do, but there's quite a few new sets. But you know, to be honest, is she a must pull? If you like Geo, if you like Navia, which of course I very much love Navia, she's my beloved, absolutely pull for her. But I think there's another couple characters you should consider for your account on this update. So we're going to get on to Ayaka now. Now, to be honest, Ayaka, from my personal Genshin experience, is one of the best DPSs I've ever used in this game. Now, I understand that new DPSs have come out since then, like Alhaitham, or, I mean, even Linny does quite a bit of damage. Not quite sure about other DPSs, but, you know, Ayaka still, I would still say, is quite up there. She's quite easy to build as well. Weapon-wise, I mean, you could, yeah, it's used to Primordial J Cutter, but a Half Nut, you could maybe, like, as long as you get something like crit rate or damage, you could use a Black Sword if you bought the Battle Pass ages ago. You could, or, like, if it comes to it, you could use the Flute, or, like, something like Blackcliff. I mean, there's quite a lot of swords now at this point. There might be an event weapon that I'm missing, but if you get, like, a sort of, like, crit rate, crit damage, or attack as the secondary stat, that's pretty good. And then just for artifacts, you can either run a 2-piece Blizzard or 2-piece Gladiator, or, more ideally, you could run a 4-piece Blizzard Strayer if you're running a freeze build with her. Or, I mean, even then, you can just run a 4-piece and don't run a freeze build, because you still get a lot of crit rate. So, ideally, like, I say she's easy to build. I mean, you just need to invest a lot into crit rate and crit damage, and you go quite far with her. I mean, constellation-wise, I mean, they're all pretty solid. I mean, Personally, I don't pull for 5-star constellations because I'd rather have a new character, but like if you want to go for constellations and you're already a big fan, I'd say the constellations, they are fairly solid and you should go for them if you're a big Ayaka enjoyer like myself. But I don't pull for 5-star constellations because, you know, I just don't. But, I mean, you know, and then easily just level up your that, and then your that, and then boom, easily done. Ayaka, I'd say if you don't have her, she is one of the must pulls. Absolutely pull for her. She is brilliant. She's my perfect. She's my everything. Definitely do it. But yeah, as for the first half, I'm going to say, like, it's two very, very strong ones. If you don't have an Ayaka, I'd be more inclined to say pull Ayaka. She's very, very flexible. She's very, very good. She works in a lot of teams. Navia, if you already got an Ayaka, I'd say, yeah, you know what, go for Navia. I feel like Navia's going to be very, very good as well. I feel like she's going to be very, very fun if you've already got a lot of characters on your account. Now, in the second half of the update, we have Yoimiya and we have the Raiden Shogun. Now, we're going to start with Yoimiya because my opinion of her, a bit stinky to be honest. Now, as much as I love Yoimiya with all my heart, her design, absolutely gorgeous. I love her quite a lot. I don't use her a lot. Now, that's just because, I mean, to maximize the damage out of Yoimiya, you need to be spamming, like, these bow attacks, which is absolutely fine. There is no problem with spamming your bow attacks, but if you're not running a shielder and you're running a healer, you know, you're hitting 2, you need to dodge, you know, it resets your attack combo, and you need to wait to the end to get the most damage out of your combo, so that is my one problem with her. I mean, I guess if you've got resistance to interruption, maybe, like on like a character, like maybe like a day or something, I don't know. I feel like that'd be okay, but apart from that as well, you're gonna need to run the Rust on her. If you don't have Rust, unlucky, because that is like the only good part. You can use Slingshot, I guess, but you need to be running a Rust on her if you don't have a 5-star weapon. And then artifact-wise, I mean, I'm running some kind of like weird-ass build on her. I mean, you can run this, but I feel like Shimenawa's is also like one of her like better sets, and I think it is still the meta for her. Yeah, I definitely believe it is still the meta for her. I mean, you could run a 4-piece Crimson Witch or like a 2-piece with like an attack bonus, but apart from that, I don't think she is a must pull. If you love Yoimiya, which I know there are some people out there that absolutely adore her, go for it. Constellations, I mean, again, they're not awful. I mean, I wouldn't say they're like the greatest constellations I've ever seen on a character, but you can go for it. And then talents, I mean, as long as you're just leveling up your these two, you'll be fine. But yeah, I can get a lot of damage out of her. Like, I have hit for like 30k or something with that, which I know is not a high number for Yoimiya standards, but I mean, you know, she's still a viable DPS, you know, but not a must pull. There are better DPS options out there, like Ayaka in the first half of the banner. Now, the last character is Raiden Shogun. Now, I'm gonna say it already, probably the biggest must pull. Even bigger of a must pull than Ayaka if you don't have her. Now, she is a support character or a sub DPS, or she can even be your DPS. She's that good. As long as you got the catch, which is a free weapon that everybody can get by fishing, she can become extremely good. Or you can run Dragon's Bane and do a funny Elemental Mastery build on her if you're so inclined. But the easiest build to do is you just get the catch by fishing. Unlucky fishing people. I mean, even I've not R5'd it. I should probably R5 it. I just don't want to do fishing, to be honest. And then you just put a 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate on her. You know, you just go electro damage. You can go energy recharge. Some people like to go attack percent, and then you see like the Elemental Mastery like people down there. And then you just put the 4-piece on there, go for a bit of a crit rate or a crit damage on her, and then what you do, you just get the get a sword level up as high as possible, and then you go for it. Now, constellation-wise, now I know I say I don't pull for constellations, but if you can get to her C2, genuinely, to this day, her C2 is probably one of the best, like, early constellations on a character I've ever seen for a 5-star on Genshin Impact. It is so good. Your damage increases quite a lot by this, and I mean, she's already quite strong, but this makes her even stronger, and I think, genuinely, one of the best supports. You compare her with anyone. Like, her ability, like, as well as that, she also, like, regenerates your team's energy for you, and also does more damage based on their energy. So, absolutely, pull for the Raiden Shogun if you don't have her already. If you want cons, go for her cons. I think the biggest must pull in this banner is the Raiden Shogun, then Ayaka, then Navia if you really want her, and then Yoimiya. I don't think Yoimiya is much of a pull. There is also the new 4-star. I think she's like a pyro support. To be honest, I was not following the live stream, so you know it is what it is. But yeah, let me know down below. Who are you guys pulling in the new update? I'd very much like to know. To be honest, I'm coming back into playing Genshin again. Unfortunately, somebody convinced me to, and yeah, I've been hooked ever since, to be honest. You know, taking a break for this game, absolutely amazing. It's not like I missed much, I just missed the entirety of Sumeru. So, yeah. I hope you're having a lovely day, everyone. Take care, I'll see you guys in another video really soon. Have a good day, everyone.